What's up, guys? So it is the last week of the round robin for the PvP YouTuber 2022 championship. It's quite a mouthful. And this week we are going up against Purple Kyogre in a best of 5 to find out if I'm gonna win my last round. I'll link below all my other battles if you want to go ahead and check them out. So go check them out. But if you want to know how I'm sitting right now, I beat R2 Oldie, got absolutely destroyed by Tho Technical, and it was actually pretty close with Dan Ottawa. And now this is my last battle against Purple Kyogre. Let's find out if I can win this best of 5 or not. Okay, we're gonna hop into the first battle. We're leading Knocked Owl into a Unova Stunfisk. Terrible lead for me, so I'm going to safe swap into Frostlass. Now, the thing is, a lot of people have hard counters to Frostlass because it's pretty obviously going to be my safe swap because I have 8 Pokemon. I can only choose 3 of them. So, obviously, we are going to get hit by a Scrafty here, but funny enough, Frostlass is just so deadly, man. I know I wasn't going to shield here because the reason I have Frostlass safe swap is because I knew he had Scrafty. So, if he brings in the Scrafty, I can just let Frostlass go down, and he brings in the Sylveon. He was going for a Power Punch, and I'm like, okay, he's going to go for a Foul Play now. He throws a second Power Punch. Big mistake by him because now I can go ahead and get to an Avalanche here, which if he wants to shield, he's going to have to shield. Doesn't decide to shield, and at this point, he's low enough to farm down. I don't know if he was at another move. He might have been at a Power Punch, but it wouldn't have really mattered. And I'm able to take Switch Advantage and Shield Advantage, which is absolutely huge, and get to another Avalanche. So it is not looking good for Purple Kyogre. Frostlass has already swept half of his team, done so much damage with Wigglytuff, getting a message from the girlfriend. She messaged me a lot in this game, which it was tough to focus. Then we're gonna come with Knocked Owl here. I'm gonna keep the Sylveon. I don't really know what my thought process for that was. Oh, actually, it's because I didn't want the Knocked Owl on the Stunfisk. So he goes ahead and swaps. So now we can swap. Now we have perfect alignment here. We can let all these through. You know, Sylveon's not the tankiest. It's not the greatest pick to go for a Charmer in the Great League. Like, you know, Wigglytuff, which he has on his team. I got so many messages. Is going to be a better choice. But, you know, it is decently tanky here. And at this point, all I really need to do is just get this Stunfisk low enough. I decide to shield once just to keep a little bit of health here. And then from this point, I can throw a Psyshock, which I actually didn't mean to overcharm there. We can throw a Psyshock here. Hope that doesn't grab their last shield. If it does, I forget what it does. It does grab the last shield. It doesn't really matter. At this point, all I need to do is really get this thing low. And at this point, it's super low. So I can go ahead and let this through. Keep the shield for Knocked Owl. And the Wigglytuff is so low. And my thought process here is that Wigglytuff, the only potential loss con was if Wigglytuff maybe got to an Ice Beam there. But I actually think Knocked Owl could survive an Ice Beam from this range. So yeah, Knocked Owl is going to take out the Wigglytuff and then farm down the Stunfisk. And that's going to be a GG's, even with a shield. So good on the first battle there. Honestly, if you're gonna ask me what my team building came down to, I brought Sylveon every single game just because I was so scared of that Scrafty. I hate Scrafty. But we're gonna lead a Obstagoon this time because I was scared of the Empoleon. I knew that Empoleon, after looking at their team, was actually kind of like a pretty good pick against my team. Takes out majority of Pokemon. Sylveon kind of struggles against it. Frostlass struggles against it. My only Pokemon that can really take it out here is going to be the Obstagoon. So we safe swap into Frostlass, and now this is very good. We're able to draw out the Empoleon, and then at this point, and my game plan was always to try to draw out something that kind of destroyed me. So at this point, I can go ahead and shield. That shield was actually a mistake. We're going to be able to come with Obstagoon now and farm down, but the thing is, Empoleon is so healthy that we're going to have to take a move or two, which is not great at all. So we're going to be able to come in here with Obstagoon. We're going to have to tank a move. Honestly, I should have just let the Frostlass go, kept the shield. And then now they're going to go ahead and decide to swap out. Now, we took a counter damage. I was a little slow on the swap. And then now they're going to come in with the Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff is going to do, like, it does so much, man. It's going to get really close. Here, I was debating not shielding, but I knew I had to shield because Obstagoon is so low already that it can't really take. I really shouldn't have shielded in the early game. But now they're going to be able to come with Empoleon, which is tough. We can throw a Moonblast, and you guys are surprised, man. Moonblast is an absolute tank of a move. Even to an Empoleon, look, that does like 50%. I mean, at this point, we can actually farm down the Empoleon, but the thing is, they have a full health Scrafty in the back. Against my Obstagoon, I was like, oh, maybe I can get to Cross Chop and take it out, but no, I'm taking double super effective damage from counters. It's looking pretty GG's. Maybe if I had kept the shield so that I could shield my Goon and keep a little more health on it, it would have been a different story. Obviously, that's not how it went. So we lost the second game. Let's hop into the third game. Again, we're bringing Sylveon every single time. Terrible lead. That's our third bad lead. We have not got a lot of leads. We're swapping in to Obstagoon. Now you're gonna be like, that's crazy, bro. Obstagoon safe swap. That's so risky. We have so much weaknesses. It's all part of the plan, guys. It's all part of the plan. So we know we're gonna get deleted, but we're gonna be able to get to 2 cross chops, which is great. And again, it's all part of the plan. Obstagoon is being sacrificed here. Get to 2 cross drops, go down, but now we can get the greasiest farm down with Melmetal you will ever see in your life. We can let this through as well because all it has is Ice Beam, Play Rough. Play Rough actually does like a good amount of damage. Like I was actually surprised, but we can just farm this thing out. We're gonna be pretty low, and it is tough because they do have a Scrafty in the back. They brought Scrafty every single time, which I guess it did pretty good against my team. I had a lot of steals, I think. But we can throw some moves now. We're gonna go ahead and throw a superpower. Actually, with superpower actually doesn't do a lot of damage, but they do a good play here. They actually decide to no shield the Scrafty because Empoleon can handle both these the Sylveon, so they don't shield. But this is great because at this point, Scrafty's out of the way. We both have 2 shields. It's pretty much Charm versus Waterfall. Which one's going to be able to farm down first? And they throw. At that point, I do not think you want to throw if you're the Empoleon, because the thing is, then you can sneak in a Charm, and that's pretty much why I won this game here. I was able to sneak in a Charm. I might have actually still been able to win if I didn't, but at that point, no shields were used on either side. But it was just a farm down battle, and you see Sylveon, the key was just to keep farming down. Okay, next battle, we're gonna lead Sylveon is Scrafty, which is a great lead for us. Nice to see that. They're gonna come with a Wigglytuff. We are going to hard counter, or pretty hard counter with a Melmetal. Now, I didn't know if I wanted to try to get this thing out of here before taking a move. So I throw the Rock Slide here. This is not gonna KO, but I decide, you know what? I'm going to farm up and then force the CMP tie here. And I was just hoping that they wouldn't shield. But they decide to shield because they know that a Play Rough will actually take me out from here. Since we saw from the last battle, it does like 50% of Melmetal's health. So I do have to opt to shield, but this is fine now. I didn't really want to go down on shields, but you know, we do what we have to do. We're able to farm up a decent amount as well. And also this means my health is lower, so that Scrafty gets less farm. So they're obviously gonna come back with Scrafty here. I think they wait out their switch clock. Actually, never mind, they came with Empoleon. Did they have a Scrafty? Yeah, they had a Scrafty in the lead. It was like, we both used like the same 4 Pokemon every single battle. We get to throw a superpower against Empoleon, which is great. They don't get a lot of farm. Now we can come with Frostlass, and luckily they do not have any shields, so it is looking very good for us. I decide to shield here because I know that the Hydro Cannon on a Frostlass is the most damage they're gonna be able to do against us. And we were just waiting for that catch because I knew he was gonna have to try to catch. I think that was maybe his only win con. Now we can come with Sylveon, absolutely delete this thing. They can throw a Foul Play. It's going to do a decent amount of damage. But we delete the Scrafty out of there. And then they can come in with Empoleon. I pretty much farm up to the Moonblast. I thought they were going to throw, but they don't decide to throw. It doesn't even matter here because we do have Shadow Ball on our Frostlass, and I believe we beat CMP tie. I'm not actually 100% sure, but even if they farmed us down there, we did have a Shadow Ball loaded. So that is going to be 3 out of 5, so we do end up taking the cup. But there is still another battle just for the standings we had to do, and I just decided to use the same team because it did well, and I didn't really want to take the time to change the teams. I was just like, you know, let's just finish this battle. We leaded something to something, I don't even remember. But then we safe up into Melmetal here to try to pull out their counter user, aka their Scrafty. And then we can just go ahead and let everything come through here. We throw a superpower as well, which gets some good damage. And then now we come with Sylveon very simply and farm down. I really like the Sylveon core with a steal because we're always able to pull out their fighter, and then all that energy that they farm us down with Scrafty, it didn't really matter because Sylveon could just tank it all. Now they're gonna come with Empoleon here. I think they actually let Empoleon. I'm going to opt to shield the move just because, what do I have in the back? Oh yeah, I have a Frostlass, and Frostlass versus Empoleon with 2 shields, it's just not gonna work. I decide to try to bait here because I thought that he was gonna try to keep his Empoleon, but I don't know if he knew what I had in the back. He ends up calling the bait. Either he called the bait or he just didn't want to shield the Empoleon. I don't think he actually wants to shield the Empoleon. But then from this point, it's kind of looking like a GG's because I only have 1 shield left. I'm going to shield this move just because I don't want to take the damage. Oh yeah, yeah, he had the Wigglytuff in the lead, and I had to shield there or else the Wigglytuff would have gotten easy farm done, but it doesn't really matter anymore. 2 shields. He's going to 2 shield flex on me. Actually, I end up throwing the move here, but I really shouldn't have. It didn't really matter. I was seeing like, hey, could I get to 3? No, I was like a couple powder snows off of 3. So it's all right though. I did end up taking the total set there, which means I beat R2 Oldie and Purple Kyogre, which feels good. We lost pretty hard to Tho. We're gonna forget those matches, and Dan Otto was a close battle. So all in all, I'm actually pretty proud of my performance in the round robin. I don't think I'm gonna be moving on to the semifinals, so that is kind of unfortunate. But you know, I try my best. I try my best in this PvP tournament. We'll have to wait and see, guys. You can stay tuned for the schedule. Every single Sunday, I post it on the Community Tab of the channel if you want to find out who's battling for what week and what is going down in this tournament. But that's pretty much the video, guys. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this battles. Let me know what you thought of them. And follow for more tips, everyone. Peace.